Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining this meeting, even though it is already near 10 o'clock in the evening. And I'm very thankful na kahit papano may mga sumali para matutunan kahit na-discuss na yung developmental theories sa isa nating subject, which is the child and adolescent. So let's proceed. Last time, February 24, 2024, nagkaroon na ng introduction about the developmental theories, and Ma'am Rhea Bongo already discussed one of the person, which is Sigmund Freud. And for on the Saturday, the second person that will be that are in developmental theories is Eric Erickson, but he will be this but Ma'am Bernales will be discussed that on Saturday. And since I am not able to join the class on Saturday, I will be doing this report in advance. So all of this already discussed. Let's yeah. Does any one of you have any idea who is Jean Piaget or John William Fritz Piaget? Can someone please raise their hand? None? None of you? Okay. If I will introduce you to John Piaget or John William Fritz Piaget. He was born on August 9, 1896 on Neuchâtel, Switzerland. And yes, Miss Ira, do you have any insight you want to share to us?
None, ma'am, sorry.
Okay. And John Piaget died on September 16, 1980 at the age of 84 and died in Geneva, Switzerland. He is also known as or for his theories of constructivism, genetic epistemology, theory of cognitive development, which will be our main discussion today, object permanence, and egocentrism that is also related to the theory of cognitive development. For Piaget's stages of cognitive development, here are the four, which is the first one is the sensory motor. The age is birth to 18 to 24 months old. For the second is pre-operational, 2 to 7 years old. The third is concrete operational, 7 to 11 years old. And lastly, formal operational, or that is present or happening in adolescent to adulthood. For the sensory motor, can someone please read? Yes, Ma'am Ira.
The sensory motor stage is the period of development from birth through age 2. During this initial phase of development, children utilize skills and ability they were born with, such as looking, sucking, grasping, and listening. To learn more about the environment, motor activity without use of symbols, all things learned are based on experiences or initial or error and error.
Thank you, Ma'am Ira. So, from the sensory motor, that is range of its age, or the stage is ranged to the birth to 18 to 24 months old. In this stage, the children experience the world throughout movement and their senses. Well, as they say, the parent or caregivers can attest a great deal of learning and development happens during the first 2 years of a child's life. It means that they can already say that the biggest part of our development and improvement in our cognitive development is already present during our 2 years of life. So the infants construct an understanding of the world by coordinating sensory experiences with physical actions. And here, an infant progresses from reflexive. So, this is the stages of sensory motor. The first one is reflexes, 0 to 1 month. Primary circular reactions, 1 to 4 months. The secondary circular reactions, 4 to 8 months. Coordination of reactions, 8 to 12 months. Tertiary circular reactions, 12 to 18 months. Early representational thought, 18 to 24 months. So, I know na napanood niyo na yung ibang videos na nandito since na-discuss na din ito during the subject of child and adult. So the first one is the stages of sensory motor. Here is the reflexes. 0 to 1 month happens during the age of or the month of 0 to 1 month. Here is the child understand the environment purely to inborn reflexes. For the first one, here the first video is the reflexes. Here, the child understand the environment purely through using reflexes. So here, the first video shows a rooting reflex. In rooting reflexes, when the infant's cheeks or the side of the mouth is being stroked by the caregiver, their head or the head of the infant will turn towards it and the infant mouths will open in attempt to suck. This helps the baby find the food source when feeding. Yan. It disappears about 4 months of age. Welcome po sa mga bagong pasok. Yan. So, for the second video is the sucking reflexes. As you can see, sa sucking reflexes, it is when someone touches the top of infant mouth, the infant will begin to suck. So, kahit sa pacifier or dun sa milk nila or sa dede is tawag dun, basta yung tip nung chupon nila, gano'n. They use it as, ang coping mechanism kasi ng mga child dati is through mouth, di ba? Yung parang they find pleasure when something is when something is in their mouth. For the third video is, as you can see, that is grasp reflex, or it is called as palmar or plantar grasp reflex. In the plantar, it is when a finger is placed under the toes or the hand and it will curl. It disappears about 9 months to 1 year of age. For the fourth video, as you can see, is Babinski reflexes. When the bottom of the foot is stroked from the heel upward along the outward part of the foot, the big toe that's reflexes or what you call bent back, and the other toes span or spread out. And as you can see here, the child toes feel something na parang tinitickle siya. That's why nagko-close yung toes nila or nagbe-bend out or spread out na hiwating na ramdaman nila yung feeling. So it disappear about 1 year of age. For the next one is the tonic neck reflex or the fencing reflex. When infant's head is turned to a particular side, the leg and arm on that side will extend, while the leg and arm on the opposite side will flex. It disappears about 4 months of age. Yan, as you can see, nagbe-bend po yung ano. For the sixth video is we can call it a step reflex. When holding the infant upright with legs and feet touching a surface, the infant will move the legs like taking steps or walking. It disappears about 3 to 4 months of age. Ayan, yung kanina na next is yung kanina na misread ko or na miss ano ko is the more reflex or the startle reflex. Here in the video, you can see it is when the infant hears a sudden loud noise or experience unexpected movement, the infant will extend the arms with palms up and then move the arms back to the body. Sometimes crying is noted afterwards. So this reflexes disappears about 6 months of age. Lastly, for the reflexes is the crawling reflex or Boer crawling reflex. When the infant is placed on the stomach and pressure is applied to the sole of the foot, the infant will attempt to push against the hand and move the arms and legs in crawling like motion. It disappears few weeks to months after birth. Pa-heart spam naman if naintindihan. Yan. Hindi ko na siya masyadong in-specify kasi I know you already encountered these terminologies nung child and adult. Yan, let's proceed to the stages of sensory motor stage. Can someone proceed? Yes, Sir Alejandre.
Stages, rinig po ma'am.
Yes po.
Stages of sensory motor, primary circular reaction, 1 to 4 months. The substage involves coordinating sensation and new schemas.
Yan. Thank you, sir. So, ayan, maingay daw yung baby sa PPT. Yes. So cute. Yan. As you can see here, the baby is going or meron na siyang involved ng coordination and sensation. So, here, and this is the first habit and primary circular reactions. During this time, infants learn to coordinate sensation and types of schema, habitat, and circular reactions. A primary circular reaction is when the infant tries to reproduce an, an event reproduce an event that happened by accident. For example, such as in the video, he is trying to suck his own hands as a sign that it is connected to the first sensory motor, which is they are having the kind of pleasure. Yan. Na sa mouth sila dumidepend. So here, a child may suck his or her finger by accident, and it's the way of handling a lot of stimulation that can get overwhelming for him. Sucking on something reminds him that he's safe. And one of the reason kung bakit sila nagsasak ng finger or ng thumb. Yung iba naman, reason nila is because they are hungry or ano, pa-osmosis nila. Yan. So here, children can think about things symbolically and here sa stages of for the secondary circular reactions. Ma'am Rhea, pabasa. Edit ko na lang yan. Ma'am Rhea, pabasa.
Okay po, ma'am. Secondary circular reactions, 4 to 8 months. The child becomes more focused on the word and begins to intentionally repeat an action in order to trigger a response in the environment.
And as you can see, and yes, Ma'am Rhea, can you please explain what you can see in the videos? Ma'am Rhea. Yan, so ako na mag-explain. As you can see in the videos, so a child is purposefully picking up a toy in order to put it in his or her mouth. Yan. And as you can see in this video, and this one, the first video naman is he is reaching the toy na nakalagay sa taas ng crib niya. So here, at this time, they become aware of things beyond their body and they are more object-oriented. And mas at this time, they might accidentally shake a rattle and continue it to do it for the sake of satisfaction. So in this stage, they already know the objects that they can use or that is usually used or give by the caregiver to them. Yan. They feel satisfaction in hearing the sound of a rattle or putting their toys on their mouth or looking at the different colors that is present on their toys. And next, and the stages of another stages of sensory motor is the coordination of reaction that happened 8 to 12 months. The child start to show clearly intentional actions. They begin exploring the environment around them and will often imitate the observed behavior of others. Well, in this stage, they can do things intentionally. They can now combine and recombine schema and try to reach goals. And may goals na sila na na gustong abutin dito. Like, in this second video, na gusto na nilang i-reach or kunin yung toys nila kasi alam na nila na gusto nila yon or may sound na lumalabas sa toys. Yan. So, and here in the stage, they begin to understand object permanence. In the later months and early into the next stage, that is, they understand the object continue to exist even when they can't see them. Here in this, yan, naiintindihan na nila na the toys can be seen. Yan. I can be out of their sights and then they believe na hindi mawawala yun kundi makikita pa din nila or tinatago lang ng caregiver nila. Yan. For the next is the tertiary circular reaction, 12 to 18 months. Children begin a period of trial and error experimentation during the fifth sub-stage. For example, here in the video, a child may, in the first video here, a child may try out different sounds or actions as a way of getting attention from a caregiver. And the second and third videos is that they shows that experimentation of hinahayaan nila na kumain yung babies nila by themselves so that they can try or experience to eat by themselves without the help of their caregivers. Well, during the stage, infants or the caregivers try to or let the infants explore new possibilities of objects and they try different things to get different results. Here, as you can see, is the early representational thought. So it is the last stage for the sensory motor stage. Here, as the children begin to develop symbols to represent events or objects in the world in the final sensory motor substage. As you can see here, the children begin to move towards understanding the world through mental operations rather than purely through actions. As you can see here, the twins, and they are having a conversation and a playtime where they using some appliances that they observe to their parents na ginagamit nila or ayun yung ginagawa ng parents nila. That's why they are putting their imaginations or what they saw in their caregiver and making it their way of expressing themselves then na makipaglaro sa isa't isa. For the second video, as you can see here, wala ata siyang phone. Pero, ayan, tinatawagan ng baby girl. Yan. Parang may conversation siya with his mother or father na telling na umuwi na, ganyan, go home or something na other words na masasabi natin na here the child is start developing themselves or experiencing themselves the real things that is happening in the real world or the real actions of a person. Yan. As you can see, the goal here in this stage is the object permanence. Can someone please read? Yes, ma'am, dumakita.
It is a child's understanding that objects continue to exist even though they cannot be seen or heard.
Yan, thank you. Yan, as an object permanence, well, as you can see that I've already said a while ago na here in the videos, example of this is the mother is trying to hide the phone. Wait lang, I'll skip it. And yan. The mother is trying to hide herself with a small handkerchief or a towel to help her child to develop the object permanence or so that paano ba natin? Para maipakita ng parent na nung mother na kahit magtago siya, kahit mawala siya sa paningin ng bata, is still nandyan pa din siya. And in the second video, it is also an experimentation of this mother na where the mother is hiding the rattle of the child to a handkerchief. Yan. And then, ma-observe dito na yung bata is na-understand niya na tinatago lang ng nanay and even that the child cannot see or hear the rattle, he already know na nandun or dun tinago ng mother niya. Yan. Yan. And let's proceed to the pre-operational stage, the second stage of the cognitive development of John Piaget. Can someone please read? Yes, Sir Alejandre.
Pre-operational, 2 to 7 years old. Piaget noted that children do not yet understand concrete logic and cannot mentally manipulate information. Children's increase in playing and pretending takes place in this stage. Development of language, memory, and imagination and intelligence is both wait lang, egocentric and initiative.
Thank you, sir. As we can all see here, the development of language, memory, and imagination of the child is being developed, and the intelligence is both egocentric, and intuitive. So here, the child still has trouble seeing things from different points of views. The, the pre-operational stage is sparse and logically inadequate in regard to mental operations. The child is able to form stable concepts as well as magical beliefs, but not perform operations which are mental tasks rather than physical. So here, the goal or the goal that is presented here in the preparational is the symbolic function, where the child gains the ability to mentally represent an object that is not present. The child knows they are not accurate, but it does not seem to be an issue to them. Under that is the egocentrism. It is the inability to distinguish between one own's perspective and someone else's perspective. May sound. Wala. So I'll just explaining it. So here in the first video, as I search this, ina-ask siya nung speaker, which is yung kausap nung girl or ng baby na present in the video, na tinatanong siya if may sister ba siya. Yan. Kunwari, ako yung kausap ng baby girl na nandyan. And tinatanong ko si baby girl kung may sister ba siya. And sinagot nung baby is yes. Tapos, nung tinanong ko siya kung ako, may sister ba ako, and tinanong niya, wala. Despite na siya yung sister ko. Ayun yung point. And dun sa second video is that here, my divider where the first child or in the right side na ang hawak niya is airplane, and the mother na nasa left side, yung nakikita niya is the cars. And yung bata, nakikita niya lang is yung perspective niya, which is yung plane yung nasa side niya. That's why the mother asked him to switch their place so that makikita niya yung kung ano yung nakikita ng mother. And that is egocentrism. Let's proceed to the animism. It believes that inanimate objects have like life qualities and are capable of actions. Here, as you can see in the first video, ayan, inaano nung mother, parang pinipisil-pisil niya and then tinapon niya sa floor. And syempre as expression or yung situation nagpa-trigger sa reaction ng bata is kinuha niya yung stuffed toy kasi alam niya or naniniwala siya sa sarili niya na may feelings yung stuffed toy na baka nasaktan nung hinagis ng mother. And here in the second video, loading. As you can see, pinapakain nung child yung stuffed toy niya ng biscuit kasi naniniwala siya na nagugutom or same as persons na kailangan din nila kumain. Ayan yung animism. The intuitive thought, children tend to become more curious and ask many questions, beginning the use of primitive reasoning. This is an emerge in the interest of reasoning and wanting to know why things are the way they are. Here is centration, where is a focusing where a child is focusing of attention on one characteristic to the exclusion of all others. Because of centration, pre-operational children do not understand conservation. Here, as you can see in the first video, ito yung sinasabi ni Teacher Marion dati na na quantity over ano sinasabi ni ma'am na pinipili ng mga bata kung gaano kadami kesa kung gaano kataas yung halaga. As you can see in the video, mas pinili nung child na yung mas madami yung paper bills kahit same lang naman sila ng price or ng value ng money na nasa kabila. Here in the second video, yan. Mahaba kasi. Lang. As you can see, yung coins is in-spread out ni Mother Earth. And then, pinapili niya yung child kung dun ba siya sa mas pinakamadami or pinaka-konti. Same as the first video na same din naman ng dami, ay same din naman ng halaga, pero magkaiba lang ng dami. Yan. In the conservation, it is an awareness that altering the appearance of an object or substage does not change its basic properties. Here, the example dito, both examples niya dito is, tinanong nila if nilipat, may 2 cups na present here, lalo na sa 3 cups siya actually. Yung dalawa, same sila ng size ng cup, and then may isang may malaki. Yung mother is, isinalin niya yung isang cup dun sa tall glass. And tinanong niya yung child kung ano yung mas madami. Kung yung nasa tall glass ba or nasa short, despite na same lang naman sila ng dami. And tinanong naman ni mother ulit nung pagkasalan niya na kung ano yung mas madami. Yung nasa kabila na nasa goblet or na nasa tall glass. And sabi ng child, mas madami pa din yung nasa tall glass. Kasi ayun yung nakikita nila. Pero same lang naman sila ng dami. Yan, sa irreversibility, it refers to a child's inability to reverse the steps of an action in their mind, returning an object to its previous state. Yan, here, as you can see in the video, kukuha ng nips yung bata. And sinabi ng mother na i-transfer niya sa another bowl na kung gaano niya kagustong kasunod-sunod. And the first one na inilagay niya is yung color green. Skip na natin. And then so on. And then tinanong naman, inutusan uli siya ni mother na ibalik yung color na nilagay niya or yung nips na nilagay niya sa other, pero pabaliktad, which means dapat yung nauna niyang nilagay ay yung huli niyang ilalagay. Pero hindi yun na nagawa ng child dahil nahirapan siya mag-irreversibility. Dito nagawa niya na dapat dito hindi niya nagawa. Dapat hindi yung green yung mauuna. Kasi ito yung una niyang nilagay kanina. Ang utos ng mother is dapat yung green yung mahuhuli based on dun sa pagkakasunod-sunod. Yan. Sa class inclusion, it is a measure of the child mastery of the structure of hierarchical classification, or the class inclusion was improved by changing the wording of the question to conform to standard English usage. As you can see, pero wala kasing sound, pero nilagyan ko siya ng sound dyan. Hindi ko lang sure if naririnig nyo. Pero dyan, yung based dyan sa video is, naglagay si mother ng ng 4 rabbits, and then cat, that's yan and 3 and 4 cats. And then, sabi ni mother, pwede mo bang ituro kung ano yung animal dyan? And based dyan, hindi na-identify ni kid. Kaya umalis siya dyan and then sinabi niya, name yung animal na alam niya or based on sa imagination or based on understanding niya is ayan, yung yung mga stuffed toy, hindi ko alam kung stuffed toy yan. Pero yung parang figurine kesa yung mga pictures or flatted images na binigay ni mother kanina. Yan. May 15 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Transitive inference. It is using previous knowledge to determine the missing pieces using basic knowledge. So here, nagtanong si simple example to is A is equals B. A is equals to B, B is equal to C, C is equal to D. And nagtanong si mother dun sa child if what's next. And nasagot yun ng kid which is D is equals to E is equals to F. And that's equal. Kasi may previous knowledge na si kid na ang kasunod ng A is B, ang kasunod ng B is C, and so on. Yan. Let's proceed to the concrete operational. Hindi ko napapabasa pero kasi 15 minutes na lang. And children can now converse and think logically. They understand reversibility but are limited to what they can physically manipulate. More logical and methodical manipulation of symbols, less egocentric and more awareness of the outside world and events. This concrete operational is happened during the age of 7 to 11 years old of a child. Where here, they are no longer egocentric, and in this stage, children become more aware of logic and conservation topics previously foreign to them. Child also improved drastically with their classification skills. Here, the children began to think logically about concrete events, and some of the things that are being developed by them is classify, conservation, inductive logic, and view of others. Yeah. Operational thought. Here, the children tend to become very curious, ask many questions, beginning to the use of primitive reasoning. There is an emerge in the interest of reasoning and wanting to know why things are the way they are. Here I explain. So here, and as you can see, na some of the children that age 7 to 11 often ask or lagi silang nagtatanong, bakit ganto? Bakit paano naging ganto? Ano yung dahilan? Bakit ganto yung movement ni ganto? Bakit ganon yung sinabi? Because unti-unti na nilang naiintindihan yung tumatakbo sa mga events or sa ating mundo or yung mga words na sinasabi natin or yung mga movements, and they are asking questions kasi curious sila and they want answers para mas lalo nilang maintindihan kung bakit ganon. And for the formal operational stage, children develop abstract thought and can easily conserve and think logically in their mind, use of symbols to relate to abstract concepts, able to make hypotheses and grasp abstract concepts and relationship. This stage is often present in adolescence to adulthood. Here, abstract thought is newly present and during the stage of the development. Children are now able to think abstractly and use metacognition along with this. The children in the formal operational stage display more skills oriented toward problem solving, often in multiple steps. Here, the things that is being developed or improved by the child is the abstract, scientific. They become scientific thinker, and they understand the meaning of identity, and they deeper about or they learn more about moral and social issues. Yeah, abstract concept. It is the thinking and the ability to think about objects, principles, and ideas that are not physically present. It is related to symbolic thinking, which use the substitute of an object or idea. You a while ago, Jean Piaget, I would like to say a very famous quote that was stated by Jean Piaget that are men and women who are capable of doing new things, not simply repeating what other generations have done. So based on him, he wanted or he wants to spread the word that school or the education needs to focus on the people na hindi lang nila basta pag-aaralan or gagawin yung mga dati or nakagawian kung ano yung mga pinag-aaralan or kung ano yung ginagawa ng mga students or nung nung mga ng mga dating generation. Yet, gustong patunayan ni John Piaget na sana in education or by yung school is ang gawin nila, gumawa sila ng innovative ideas to improve kung ano pa yung kayang ibigay ng generation noon. Bakit ba natin kailangan magbigay pa ng sobra-sobra or i-improve yung mga nakagawian or na-share na ng mga tao dati? Yes, Sir Arturo? Sir Arturo, are you there? Ay, wala si Sir Arturo. Okay. Sino po pwede mag-share ng idea niya kung bakit gusto ni John Piaget na nag-left? Puro mga nag-left nung nagtanong. Ah, sige, hindi na nga ako magtatanong. Ayan, here. Okay, thank you. Mga nagsi-left na eh. Pero pag sa personal, pag tinanong ko kayo, yan. As a summary, very short or mabilisang summary, John Piaget is the one who studied the intellectual development of a child, and he created the cognitive development theory that described the stages that children pass through in the development of intelligence and formal through processes. Yan. He describes four stages of cognitive development: the sensory motor, the the pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operational. So ayun, thank you so much for listening kahit super ngarog. Yan.